Hey, what's up? I didn't forget about you. Just got a little busy after work, slipped my mind, but for my alien experience that you asked me to share, this past October, my dear friend and I decided to take a road trip down to Texas. He had a couple business meetings, and instead of flying, we decided to drive. Well, on the way down, it's about a 14-hour drive. On the way down, we stopped in the Ozark forest and camped at a place called the Flatside Pinnacle. And really beautiful place, about 30 minutes off of any paved roads into the forest, not much around. Absolutely beautiful area, but like I said, there's nothing around. So as the sun set, we hiked up to the top of one of the hills, and we took our sleeping bags and stuff up there just to kind of stargaze and hang out and talk about life. And we get up to the top, and my buddy Mike has this Skyview app on his iPad, which he had brought up to the top of the hill with us. And we get up there and we're looking at all the stars and whatnot and different planets and the International Space Station. And I go over to look at something on the hill, and all of a sudden Mike's behind me and he grabs me and he's like, look, 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 look. So I look over, and there's this big metal object with no lights on it, and it was probably 600-700 feet above us, and it flew by us, and there was a military plane following it. I was like, holy shit, what the hell was that? This metal object was probably the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. And so we're like, holy shit, what was that? Kind of crazy. So we talked about it. 5-10 minutes go by, the hype kind of dies down, and all of a sudden here comes this big metal object again, fly by us, and there's 2 military planes chasing it at this point. So we're like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? And within a half hour, there were probably 50 to 60 military planes in the air, and they were searching in a grid pattern. And spending 12 years in the military, I recognized the way they were searching or the way they were flying as a grid search. And so we were like, holy shit, dude, what the hell's going on? And out of nowhere, off to the right, there's this big, huge red glow over the trees and the hills. And it just stayed there, and it didn't move. It didn't have a shape. It was just this big, huge red glow in the sky. And we were kind of like in awe. And during this encounter, I cried, I puked, I laughed, I yelled. It ran me through every single human emotion that I could experience. Well, this red light all of a sudden has these 2 military, helicopters, because they went in reverse. They fly up to it, stop, they're shining their spotlights at it, and another chopper comes up. So 3 choppers come up, and then they start backing up, and they just turned around and went away. It's like, what the fuck is that red light? Well, off to the other side, there was this almost angelic, like, it was like a teardrop shaped light in the sky, and it was floating over the hills, and then it would disappear, and then it would appear over to the right, and then it would appear way over to the other side of the hills. And it was just like, at this point, I just kept saying, Mike, Mike, what the fuck? This is very real, dude. This is very real. And there were a series of orange lights that flew out of the hill and flew about halfway to us from where we first spotted them, and then they just disappeared. And the sky was so lit up with the stars and the vastness of the dark that you could see objects in the sky, and these lights just disappeared, and there was no object where the light had vanished from. So super incredible experience. And these things lasted for about 2.5 hours. My buddy and I just kind of like, what the hell's going on? So we tried to get out his iPad to video record this experience. I'm like, Mike, get your iPad out, dude. Check. This has been going on for a half hour. Let's record this shit. Let's capture this stuff. And he gets his computer or his iPad out and pulls up the camera, and it's digitally blacked out. The screen is just completely black. You could see like light around the blacked out part of the screen, and he wasn't able to record. So, like, what the hell? He turns on the flashlight, still digitally blacked out. I get out my phone, same thing, digitally blacked out. So we were being jammed, whether it was the flying object that we were unable to really identify, or if it was the military jamming signals so nobody could record that. But super crazy, profound experience. We audio recorded, which is it's no proof of anything. It's just us going, "Holy shit, did you see that?" Or "Holy shit, did you see that?" So really, really amazing experience. And I was telling a good buddy of mine about the experience, and he does paranormal stuff all the time, and has some alien experiences himself, and shared that experience. And he was like, you should look up on the UFO reporting site and see if there's anybody else that reported it. Well, nobody else reported it, but scrolling back through the history of that area, there were 3 other times where activity like that was reported, and almost the same duration of time, 2.5 hours. And my buddy, during the time of our experience, even said, it's like Star Wars. The first report that I read on the UFO reporting site was the man reporting it said it was like a Star Wars battle up in the sky, and that's exactly what we had encountered. So it was kind of confirmation of, holy shit, what did we see? So we looked up what was in the surrounding area, and only thing within 15-20 miles was a military base. Surprise, surprise. So that was my most profound alien experience. But there's been a few times out on the golf course where, my house butts up to a wooded golf course, and me and my friends go out there late at night and walk around and look at the stars and whatnot. And one night we had this shadow object fly over top of us, and it was almost like a big bird, and that's where my analytical mind immediately went, like, that's a huge fucking bird, what was that? But when I said it to my buddy, he was like, holy shit, dude, that didn't make any sound. Like, you would be able to hear a big bird at 3 o'clock in the morning fly over you. So it was like, holy shit, what was that? Well, we get out of the woods, and we walk into one of the fairways, and it's nothing but woods and fairways. There's no houses or anything around. And probably 1,000 feet above us, there's this, it was very similar to that white teardrop diamond light that was there at the Ozark forest. And so there's this white diamond light, and it's just circling around us slowly, and it is completely soundless. And that's why I know it was something of extraterrestrial descent, because even drones, you can hear the buzzing of their little propellers, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning when there's not really any sound around. So this white light just circles us for probably 2-3 minutes, and then just takes off. It's like, holy shit. So had some very, very profound experiences. And actually, when I tried to make a video and share my experience from the Ozark, my Facebook got shut down for a week for posting the video, and I was unable to post it. And well, I don't want to make any assumptions, but I think you and I both know what's going on with that. So I hope that you enjoyed this story. I would love to hear about your experiences. So hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope your day has been absolutely wonderful, and I will see you very soon.